Have you ever had a vacation from hell, but it's you that's the one that feels like hell warmed over? One of those vacations where somewhere in the middle of the trip or staycation, whatever you're doing, in the middle of your time off, you get absolutely derailed from the joy you should be having because now, instead of having fun and de stressing and feeling refreshed, you are feeling absolutely miserable from sickness or from pain. It feels like your body has just betrayed you. And this happens to so many of us, especially those of us who are go getters, where we would rather spend our vacation doing something different from what we're normally doing because we are always doing something and we like it that way. We would rather spend our vacation doing something different than we normally do rather than sitting down and doing nothing. So, for those of us in that boat, it feels all the more worse when we get derailed and now all that we can do is sit on the couch because we're sick or we're hurting. Why on earth does this happen? And how can you minimize the risk of that derailment so that you can actually enjoy your darn vacation without feeling wrecked? If you're new to my world, welcome. I'm Dr. Vicky, gentle chiropractor for people as well as pets. I'm also a certified Reiki practitioner, and what all those initials behind my name means is I'm here to help you and your pets be your very best, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. The mind body connection is so, so strong, and we'll dive in more on how that applies to you and your vacations and the derailing of in just a minute. But I'm here to help you tie all of those threads together because you are more than just one piece of that puzzle. You are all three: mental, emotional, and physical, and all three of those play and interact together. So we've got to look at all of them to help you be your very best. So, why the heck does this happen? Why on earth, when you finally take a break, do you just get slammed? Either your body just decides, well, now everything's gonna hurt, or something just happens and you are absolutely floored by the summer cold of the century or whatever other creeping crud is going around. You are just laid out being sick. Why? Why does this happen? These are symptoms. And I've said before, symptoms have positive intent. Yes, they suck. Doesn't matter what the symptom is. But symptoms at their core are there for a positive intent. What do I mean by that? Whatever we are suppressing mentally, emotionally, whatever we're putting on the back burner, I'll deal with this later or I'll deal with this never. Whatever we're suppressing is going to be expressed physically. Whatever we're suppressing internally and not taking care of, just putting it off to the side, is going to be expressed externally, always at some point. We can only shove so much down into that hole before it starts coming back out, before that hole is filled and now everything's overflowing. And now we're overflowing onto the couch again, which is not where we wanted to be. We're go getters. We want to go do stuff on our vacation. We don't want to just be up on the couch, feeling miserable, not able to do anything. When we spend our non vacation time, we spend so much of our day, our week, our month, our whole year with constant chaos and constantly putting that first, which can be positive or negative. It can be healthy or unhealthy. It can be functional or dysfunctional. But if we spend so much time focusing on everything other than ourselves, our own needs can get neglected. And this can be unintentional. I'm not talking, you can do all this self-care stuff, all the feel goods, get your massages, get your healthy drinks, get the good food on the table. You can really be making efforts to take care of yourself. But a lot of times there's something we're missing that we need on a subconscious, deep level that's not getting met. And it's not your fault. The reason this happens is because our minds are designed, our subconscious minds are so powerful and they control the vast majority of everything that we do. But they will only show our conscious minds what to focus on based on what we have programmed it to pay attention to with what we do in our day-to-day life. So if you are someone who is constantly taking care of everyone else, and if you're telling yourself, well, I don't have time to be sick, I don't have time to hurt, I'm going to put that off to the side, now you've told your mind to only point out more things outside of you to pay attention to. If you have trained yourself and programmed yourself to put yourself towards the back, to put yourself towards the end of the line, it's not going to tell you when something is going on unless there is catastrophic failure, unless there is a big blow up that needs to be taken care of right now. You have trained yourself in most cases that you are not the top priority to put your focus on most of the time, unless there is a breakdown somewhere. And that's not your fault. That's how our society has programmed us. But when we finally get to take some time off and take a vacation, what has society programmed us about vacation? That's the time to pay attention to ourselves. So what happens on a subconscious level is now your body and your subconscious mind is going, great, all these things that we have not been taking care of, here you go. Pay attention to it now. Those symptoms come up, that sickness, that pain, have been suppressed for so long because we have told ourselves to not take care of us, to not take care of ourselves first for so long that as soon as we get the opportunity to take care of ourselves with a little R&R and a vacation, now we got a challenge because now all those symptoms are coming up because it's your body and your mind forcing you to take care of yourself. Because I don't know about you, but a lot of this, me especially, vacation time, I tell myself it's time to take care of me, but I'm still checking my work messages. I'm still checking my emails. I'm still trying to make sure everybody's vacation is going how it needs to for them, not so much for me. So at some point, we have a challenge there where the mind and body go, all right, we need to sit her down forcibly so that she pays attention to herself and takes care of herself. Like I said, symptoms have positive intent. So the positive intent behind feeling sick on your vacation or feeling just physically wrecked and sore and in pain on your vacation is because it's your mind and body trying to get you to either soothe yourself in some fashion, because if you're sick or if you're hurting, you're going to reach for something that's going to make you feel better. It could be your mind or your body looking to get some attention from the others who you have been taking care of and get them to take care of you. Again, this can be functional or dysfunctional, but it can be a way to get some attention. It can be a way to avoid some things that you don't want to do. Whether that's your vacation plans or the pile of dishes that you promised yourself you were finally going to catch up on. That's not personal experience. Yes, it is. Or it can be a way for you on a subconscious level to express to yourself and to those around you that you need some assistance with something. Those are some of the main ways that our minds and bodies can force us to pay attention to ourselves and take care of ourselves. The positive intent behind the symptoms. Okay, So, all of that is well and good. Now we've got a better understanding of why this happens. Why is it that we get stuck on the couch? When you're a go-getter, it's vacation, but you still want to go and get things done and have fun and go get whatever joy it is, whatever it is that you enjoy doing, go do it. But you're stuck on the couch. So, how do we minimize the risk of that happening so that you can maximize the joy of your vacation? Maximize all those feel goods and minimize the risk of feeling bad. You need to customize when you're planning out what your vacation is going to look like. And I don't just mean customize your itinerary and fill it with lots of things. I mean truly focusing on what you need at your core for your time. If you're a go-getter, chances are, you know, downtime and just sitting around doing nothing probably sounds kind of awful. When you sit and think about it for a second, kind of sounds ugh, like something you don't want to do. You're a go-getter. You want to go do things. You just don't want to do what you have to do. You want to go do things that you want to do. So, because you've been feeling so overwhelmed by all of the have-tos, that's the exciting thing about a vacation, is that now you can finally take care of the things you want to do instead of all the have-tos. You can put that overwhelm to the side, brush it off, and just enjoy getting things done that you want to do. But what tends to happen is we overload ourselves and overplan, overschedule, and try to pack that vacation full of all the things that we want to do. This at this time, and this at that time, and this at the other time. Take care of this, and then we do this. That you end up just feeling more stressed out, sometimes even before vacation starts. Because all of those want to suddenly turn into have tos. Because you've got it so regimented and so full. And you just take that overwhelm right along with you. It just looks a little different. Now it's tropical overwhelm. Now it's overwhelming your pajamas if you're doing a staycation. But it's still overwhelm. It's still stress. So instead, customize your planning for what you really need at your core. And what that can look like can be maybe just having a list of 3 things that you'd like to do now that you've got the time to focus on it. And the key there is allowing your days to flow along that list and giving yourself the freedom to have an open schedule of, I have these things I would like to accomplish, and I'm going to do them when the moment feels right during my vacation. I recently did this on my staycation. I made my list of the top things that I wanted to do with my time that I had been putting off, the little me projects. I always have projects going on. If you've been in my world for a while, you know, number one, I am a craftaholic. I always have a project somewhere. And I have a lot on the back burner. So I made my list of the top 3 things I wanted to do now that I had the time to focus on me things. But I gave myself the freedom to choose what I wanted to do at different points of the day. I would check in and go, do I want to work on this now? Or do I want to work on that now? I feel like working on this now. Great. And I could do that until I felt like working on something else. Giving yourself that freedom, especially if you have not felt like you have had that freedom in your day-to-day. But not regimenting yourself to sitting on the couch and not regimenting yourself to a very strict schedule that's going to leave you feeling just as overwhelmed as the place that you just left. And when you're prepping, prep yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally to be at your very best before you go into vacation. Don't wait till vacation time to refill yourself and replenish yourself, because then you're not enjoying your vacation, you're spending it replenishing. Give yourself a boost before you ever go so that you can be at your best during your whole vacation. What do I mean by that? Give your immune system and your body a physical boost with some gentle chiropractic care before you go. It helps not just the muscles and the joints, but also the nervous system, and your nervous system controls everything, especially your immune system. And give your mental and emotional a boost and leave some of that baggage behind. We do not need to be bringing the mental and the emotional baggage along with us. It's over the weight limit. It weighs too heavy. Leave it. Release that mental and emotional baggage, maybe with a Reiki session to help you cut those ties to what's been dragging you down. Release some of those anchors because you don't need to take them with you. The boat's got anchors of its own. You don't need to bring yours. If you're curious if a gentle chiropractic session or a Reiki session is right for you to help you fully enjoy your vacation by getting you to your best before it ever starts, reach out to me. Let's do a quick, no charge phone consult. You can be planning your vacation while we chat and what it's going to look like. I want to hear what a perfect vacation sounds like for you. And we can figure out how to customize it so that you can be at your very best and find out if gentle chiropractic or if a Reiki session is the right fit for you to get you to your best before your vacation ever starts. So, as we wrap up, now we know why it is that in the middle of your vacation you can feel absolutely shipwrecked by feeling sick or feeling totally derailed by pain in the middle of your flipping vacation. And now you have some tips on how to minimize that chance of feeling wrecked so that you can maximize the joy that you can have on your time off. I so look forward to hearing more about what you want to do on your next vacation and helping you enjoy it to the max. Bye now.